Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted today to have one of the emerging destinations, global destinations in the world. And by the end of this calendar year, I don't think there'll be one human being will not know about this destination. It is Qatar. And I'm lucky enough to have Adam from Qatar Tourism on the other end of this line. Good afternoon, Adam.
Hi, Graham. How you doing?
Not too bad. Adam, as I sort of hinted there, Qatar is obviously a tourism destination. It's been around for some considerable time, but there is a new energy to it. There's a new life to it. There's probably more money in there being pushed into marketing and promotion and PR and everything else, let alone a FIFA World Cup, which is coming up in November. What's happening in the UK market?
Yeah, well, like you said, there's so much going on in destination first. I think that's the key thing to point out. It's sort of, we've been telling people that, you know, if Qatar wants to establish itself as a sort of a new destination, and actually, if you had a destination that started from absolute scratch, it would take them years and years and years to get up to be a world-class tourism destination. With the World Cup coming at the end of this year, everything has to be ready for that. So there's a big push, and so that all these amazing new hotels that are opening, all these amazing attractions that are coming in, are going to be ready for October, November for the World Cup to happen. Meaning that post World Cup, the legacy is already there and it's in place. So we're looking to really push. I think this year is very much about education. You know, we want the trade to be really aware of what Qatar is and what there is to do there. So we have our training program, which is Tarwash with Travel Uni, but then there's also a new one that's coming very, very soon, and that's going to be quite all singing and all dancing. So we'll be back again soon to tell you all about that. We are training. We're doing as much training as possible face to face as well. I think where you know, we've done 6 or 7 in the past couple of weeks, whether it's a Facebook Live, whether it's a handful of consultants or a larger training. I think, you know, we're just getting the word out there that there is so much to do there. And I was at an event in Ireland a couple of weeks ago, and someone sort of came and said, oh, you know, it's not really a destination for us or our clients. Then you sit there and tell people what there is to do there, and they go, oh, actually, that would work really well for this sort of group. And that's not even touching on the cruising element. You know, MSC are going to home port a ship out of there at the end of this year. Emerald are going to come sort of starting summer next year. So there's so much there. So I think our aim in the UK basically is to train and educate as many people as possible. But then in turn with that, we want people to experience it as well. So there's going to be fam trips for tour operators, for product managers, for sales agents, and for sort of the retail, the frontline sellers. We want to get people to experience it as much as we can. So I think we're going to be a little bit restricted this year because of that small event at the end. But definitely next year we're going to be doing a lot of fam trips, and obviously haven't even mentioned the world's #1 airline, Qatar Airways, as well. You know, we've got such a low hanging fruit there with the stopover product. You know, you can pay $14 a night per person per night for $14 per person per night for up to 4 nights at a 4-star hotel, and the same at $28 per person per night for up to 4 nights at a 5-star hotel. So again, just that little bit of knowledge could help you know, an agent get a booking over the line to say, well, actually, we'll throw in a couple of nights in Doha to break up your trip to Australia or something like that, you know, again, just would work really well. So yeah, I think education is the big piece, Graham, to be honest.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's, as you say, the country has a multitude of things to offer. It's not just sports, it's just not 5-star hotels and nice winter weather. But there is also, you know, I know Qatar Tourism has focused a little bit on heritage, on food, and all of those types of things to distinguish it from some of the other Emirati destinations that are offered. And I think the stopover is a very, very good incentive, because certainly whenever I've been down to Australasia, I've always wanted to stop off somewhere and break the journey, both there and back. So that's very, very good. So as far as Qatar tourism is concerned, the real big push for sales starts in 2023?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, because we're still a bit unsure with FIFA holding a lot of the hotel rooms in destination for the end of the year. We want to communicate to the trade. Look, Qatar is still open for May, June, July, August, April, even, and September as well. So if your clients are looking for that late sort of sun or peak sun, it's still very much open. But our big thing is the legacy after the World Cup in hitting 2023 hard of the winter sun breaks in Jan, Feb, March, and then sort of going into Easter as well. That's our big aim. But I just wanted to touch on the point actually you were saying there about the culture and heritage, and I think that's something that's yes, you're totally right. We're massively focusing on that, because it's not a case of in Qatar, let's just build something for the sake of building it. Everything has to go through a very rigorous committee to make sure that it's right for Qatar, that it falls under that culture and heritage build. Things like the Souk Waqif, which is sort of the local market there, is a live market. It's not, say, your Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. It's very much a case of, it's not a tourist attraction. This is actually where the locals go. And so you get that real authenticity when you're there in an evening, on summer's evening. So that is something we're massively focusing on. And as well, museums. The Museum of Qatar is this amazing, so it looks like a lot of discs all put together, but a stunning museum. And everyone that goes through there is like, wow, I didn't even know anything about Qatar, but actually now I've got to the end of this, I sort of understand where Qatar has come from and where it's going. It's like at the forefront of agriculture as well. There's a great exhibit in this museum that is, it's basically trying to grow crops from sand, and then he's going to educate the world on how to do that, which, as you can imagine, in some countries is going to be absolutely game changing. And as well with the World Cup, and what a lot of people don't know is Qatar have obviously had to build quite a lot of stadiums for this. There's 8 in total, but then they're going to dismantle a number of them and send them out to other countries and say, here you go, here's a national stadium that is part of the legacy of the World Cup. So it is all about that sustainability and culture and heritage that people wouldn't necessarily associate or know.
It all sounds very exciting. It's obviously going to be an extremely busy couple of years. I wish you the very best of luck. I look forward to seeing you at the final in November, because I know you've guaranteed me a ticket, and so have your colleagues. So we can talk again after that and see what progress has been made.
Indeed. I'll be sitting right next to you, Graham, I'm sure.
Good man. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oop.